welcoming all of you. Today is the International Women's Day, 8th March 2020. I am glad to meet you on the occasion of International Women's Day. The topic I am going to discuss with you: practical gender needs and strategic gender needs. Practical and strategic gender needs. Men and women in a given society have different needs and interest. These needs and interest with respect to their gender relations could be summarized as practical gender needs or interest. Strategic gender needs. The first one is practical gender needs, PGN. In short form, PGN. Practical gender needs are the needs women identify in their socially accepted roles in the society. Practical gender needs do not challenge the gender division of labor or women's subordinate position in the society. Although arising out of them, practical gender needs are a response to immediate perceived necessity identified within the specific context. They are practical in nature and often are concerned with inadequacies in living conditions such as water provision, health care, employment. Practical gender needs, in contrast, are those that are formulated from the concrete conditions women experience. These derive from their position within the gender division of labor. In addition to their practical gender interest for human survival, unlike strategic gender needs, they are formulated directly by women in these positions rather than through external interventions. Practical needs, therefore, are usually a response to an immediate perceived necessity, which is identified by women within the specific context. That means women is preparing food for the family members in the household environment. That is the routine work of the women she has to follow in day by day. As Molinix has written, they do not generally entail a strategic goal such as women's emancipation or gender equality, nor do they challenge the prevailing forms of subordination, even though they rise directly out of them. The gender division of labor within the household gives women primarily responsibility not only for domestic work involving child care, family health, and food provision, but also for the community managing of housing and basic services, along with capacity to earn an income through productive work. Therefore, in planning terms, policies to meet practical gender needs have to focus on domestic areas, on income earning activities, and on community level requirements of housing and basic services. In reality, basic needs such as food, shelter, and water are required by all the family, particularly children. Yet, they are identified specifically as the practical gender needs of women, not only by policymakers concerned to achieve developmental objectives, but also by women themselves. Both are therefore often responsible for preserving and reinforcing, even if unconsciously, the gender division of labor. Since there is often a unity of purpose between the development priorities of intervening agencies and the practical gender needs identified at local level, the two frequently and easily become conflated. This serves the purposes of planners who are then identified as meeting women needs. At the same time, it can make it even more difficult for women themselves to recognize and formulate their strategic gender needs. The second one is strategic gender needs. Strategic gender needs are the needs women identify because of their subordinate position to men in their society. Strategic gender roles vary according to particular context. They relate to gender division of labor, power control, and may include such as legal rights, domestic violence, equal wages, and women's control over their bodies. Meeting strategic gender needs helps women to achieve greater equality. It also changes the existing roles and therefore challenges women's subordinate position. Strategic gender needs are those needs that are formulated from the analysis of women's subordination to men. Driving out of this analysis, strategic gender interest necessary for an alternative, more equal and satisfactory organizations of the society than that which exists at present can be identified. This relates to both the structure and the nature of relationship between men and women. For example, one of the European countries, Finland, around 4 women have been elected in the election. The Prime Minister is a woman, Finance Minister is a woman, Commerce and Law Ministers are women. So, women less than age of 35, they are ruling the nations, they contest in the elections, they won in the election, they hold the power, administrative power and ministry level. So, this is the progress of the women, how they come up. Strategic gender needs, as Molinix has identified, may include some of them following: the abolition of sexual division of labor, the alleviation of burden of domestic labor and child care, the removal of institutionalized forms of discrimination such as rights to own land or property or access to credit, the establishment of political equality, freedom of choice over childbearing, and the adoption of adequate measures against male violence and control over women. Strategic needs such as these are often identified as feminist, as is the level of consciousness required to struggle effectively for them, also known as strategic interest, referring to needs of power or capacity to have control over oneself. The differentiation between practical and strategic gender needs provides a critical planning tool. This allows practitioners to understand better that planning for the needs of low-income women is not necessarily feminist in content. Gender needs differentiation, therefore, can provide a useful tool for planners. Not only does it help diffusing the criticism of those who find feminism unacceptable by showing them that working with women is often not feminist. In addition to, it is helpful for policymakers and planners responsible for meeting the practical gender needs of women in assisting their adoption of more challenging solutions. Distinction between practical gender needs, strategic gender needs. What are the main features? Practical gender needs mostly short term. Strategic gender needs mostly long term. Practical gender needs site specific, that means a household. Strategic gender needs common to almost all women. Practical gender needs can be identified easily by women themselves. Strategic gender needs not easily identifiable by women themselves. Strategic gender needs related to daily needs, food, shelter, income, health. Related strategic gender needs relate to status of women lack of resources, education, limitation on rights, vulnerability to violence, poverty. Practical gender needs can be addressed by provision of specific inputs. Strategic gender needs can be addressed by awareness raising, increasing education, opportunities, strengthening women, organization, etc. What are the strategies in these two needs? Practical gender needs tend to involve women as a recipient or beneficiaries. Strategic gender needs involves women as an agent of change or enables women to become agent. Practical gender needs can improve the condition of women's lives. Strategic gender needs can improve the position of women in the society. Practical gender needs generally does not alter traditional role and relationship. Strategic gender needs can empower women and transform the relationship.